ongoing union of Burma military governments Nabanlotang Gam Shong Tuan Marat Naing Tatmadover briefly clashed with the Kia from 1971 to 1972. Bombings and attacks, protests and government changes, anti-Muslim violence. The Kachin conflict or Kachin War is one of the multiple conflicts collectively referred to as the internal conflict in Myanmar. Kachin insurgents have been fighting government soldiers since 1961, with only one ceasefire being brokered between them, which lasted for 17 years from 1994 to 2011. Since the resumption of hostilities in 2011, thousands of civilians have been killed, whilst over 100,000 have been displaced. Widespread use of landmines, child soldiers, systematic rape and torture have been alleged by both sides. The Kachin people was founded in 1960 by dissidents as a result of the grievances between the majority Burma Union government and the Kachin people. The Kachin Independence Army was established as its armed wing in 1961, acting as a private army with 27 members. In the early 1960s, the Kia began expanding and increasing in numbers, especially after the 1962 Burmese coup d'état and its perceived threat by ethnic minorities. Following the unilateral abrogation of the Union of Burma's constitution by General Ne Win and his regime in 1962, many Kachin soldiers in the Tatmadaw had periodically been the KIA's ally and enemy during different years, and a communist-backed faction split from the Kia in 1989, becoming the New Democratic Army Kachin. Aside from its major towns and railway corridor, Kia-controlled areas in Kachin state remained virtually independent and isolated from the rest of Myanmar from the mid-1960s through 1994, with an economy based on cross-border jade trade with China and narcotics trafficking. After a military offensive by the Myanmar Army in 1994 seized most of the jade mines in Kachin state, the Kia signed a ceasefire agreement with the then-ruling SLORC military junta on 24 February 1994, which resulted in an end to large-scale fighting that lasted until June 2011. Armed clashes erupted between the Kachin Independence Army and the Myanmar Army on 9 June 2011, when government forces broke the ceasefire and attacked Kia positions along the Taping River east of Bhamo, Kachin state, near the Taping hydroelectric plant. Fighting occurred throughout Kachin state, as well as northwestern parts of Shan state. On 14 June 2014, Kia insurgents captured 2 hydroelectric plants and took 6 government soldiers and several Chinese workers hostage for several hours. Before the Myanmar army stormed the buildings, a total of 6 people were killed and 4 others were wounded in the incident. According to news reports, the recent fighting broke out as a result of the Burmese government's attempts to seize Kia-controlled areas, which are located around lucrative energy projects in Kachin and Shan state backed by the Chinese government. Despite a December 2011 statement by Myanmar's President Thein Sein that he had ordered the Myanmar army to cease its offensive in Kachin state, the conflict continued into 2012. In 2012, the largest battles of the reignited conflict occurred in March, along the Myat Kiang Bhamo road. In April, the battle for Pengwa in Chipwi township near Luchang was fought between the Kia and the government soldiers. Clashes erupted again in late April, when the Kia launched an offensive to capture Burmese military posts around Pengwa. The Kia offensive succeeded and the Myanmar army retreated from the area by the end of April. In August, the Kia claimed that 140 government troops were killed when they exploded mines buried inside the Myauk Phu jade mine, which was owned by the Wyong Kaba company. Fortified Kia positions were heavily damaged by airstrikes and artillery launched by the Myanmar army from December 2012 to January 2013. On 19 November 2014, government soldiers attacked the KIA's headquarters near Liza, killing at least 22 insurgents. In March 2018, the Tatmadaw launched airstrikes against the Kia in Tane Township, which is part of a large mining region. Between 1 and 6 April 2018, Tatmadaw soldiers allegedly attacked Kia positions in the Kia-controlled Mansi Township. Though no reports of fighting emerged from the region, The Kia later raided the Tatmadaws Battalion 86 military base in Parkant Township on 6 April 2018, killing 8 government soldiers and capturing 13. By 10 April 2018, locals claimed that 18 Tatmadaw soldiers and 3 Kia insurgents had been killed in the clashes. Accusations of abuses perpetrated by the Tatmadaw against civilians emerged in March and April 2018, which included allegations that Tatmadaw soldiers specifically targeted and killed 2 Kachin and 6 Shani farmers. Several civilians were also wounded in the crossfire. By May 2018, 6,000 IDPs had fled armed clashes and shelling by the Myanmar army, whilst hundreds more remained trapped in villages caught between the crossfire. Hunger became a prevalent